Look at his face. He's so shocked. Finally, yes.
What?
10,000. 10.
You're a big player now.
Previously on High Stakes Poker, the stakes were doubled here, but it was just like old times at the Golden Nugget.
He must be a limper, isn't he? So I'll just call.
Dwan and reigning world champ Peter Eastgate got into it early.
Look at his face. That's
And Dwan remained the object of the players' attention.
what I heard is you did this. And then they're like, did you check?
They
I
obviously
already checked.
exaggerated. But it would be
I
like
already
this.
checked. You didn't see it?
$1 million and he do this. And Doyle, well, he was focused on other things.
I'm probably the only person in the country you still have to pull the antenna up on my phone.
Welcome to High Stakes Poker. I'm AJ Benza alongside Gabe Kaplan on blinds of $400 and $800 and on Andy's $200.
Too risky. Too risky.
Historically, I usually told
All
you.
right, I sleep 16, boys.
So Ellie's calling for the $1,600 straddle, but he's not to the left of the big blind, Gabe. What's up here?
I can
Well,
tell.
that's a sleeper straddle. Ellie takes one of Doyle's pills, goes to sleep, and then when it gets to him, he decides if he wants to straddle.
Gotcha.
It's simple.
Yeah.
Straddle.
Is it a what?
Sleeper. Sleeper.
Oh, we can sleep? Sweet.
I don't know if we can or not, but if no one objects, then we can.
Actually, sleeper straddle means you're not to the immediate left of the big blind, but you put the 1,600 on, and if everybody between you and the big blind goes out, the straddle counts.
It's my style.
If they play, straddle doesn't mean anything. You understand what I said?
A couple of years ago, no. But now, amazingly, I do. Thank you. And Doyle's got kings.
Now, a sleeper straddle at a party, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
All right.
Oh my God, he called.
Meanwhile, Doyle's going to slow play his kings again. He did this on our last show. It worked for him. Let's see if it works again. So far, so good. Doyle's hoping now someone has a jack. Nobody has a jack, a 5, or diamonds. Little bet here would get the pot.
Right, comes out with 8,500.
Doyle says, gotcha, son. What am I going to do now? Will the big papa raise here? Or try and trap some more? Not sure.
Little cagey call here.
He ain't made up his mind at the last minute just to call. Now this is interesting. Ellie's sensing something here. He's sensing that Daniel is doing just what he's doing, trying to pick up the pot, and maybe Doyle has some like a weak jack. So Ellie's thinking, maybe I can take this pot down right now.
Right.
Oh, boy. He makes it 25,000.
Now Daniel's going to be gone, and now back to Doyle.
Doyle calls.
Doyle just threw it in like he's got a jack.
4 clubs on the turn.
Looks like Ellie's going to take another shot.
Big shot, $55,000 bet here.
And I think Doyle is saying, hey, son, you got a 5, you got me. I know you put that sleeper straddle on, you might have a 5, but if you do, you got me. Now, if nothing comes up on the river, it's going to be interesting to see if Ellie bets again.
Deuce.
Perfect card to keep representing a 5. Doyle checks. No diamond, no jack. Will Ellie fire that third bullet? Doyle said, go ahead, do it. I dare you. Just do it, son.
That face should be on every chip in Vegas.
Check.
The
to pull the trigger.
Well, after our first hand, Ellie finds himself stuck 86 grand.
He was lucky enough to have a fiver. He just gonna get me.
What?
He was lucky enough to have a fiver. He just had me.
I just realized it, by the way. I realized if I put the last 100 in, it would be probably dead, so.
Yeah.
Ellie said I lost 86, but if I lost my last 100, I would have been 86th out of here. I've seen Ellie fire 2 bullets quite a few times, but when he fires that third bullet, he usually has it.
Hey, serious.
So it would have been a tough.
The only way I can win this one, if a diamond come, I'm moving all in.
No, you've been calling for diamond game. I've been representing.
That's not true. You could win if a jack came, too.
You'd be calling, he said. Yeah, he would have been betting if the diamond came.
I don't think Doyle was putting Ellie on a diamond draw. Probably putting him on a 5, a bluff, or maybe an ace jack.
Yeah. 0%.
Well, how do they say?
As a world champ, Peter Eastgate, he's going to call here.
And another big pair for the Big Papa, 2 for 2. This time he's going to raise.
Yeah, he must have had at
He
least
said that slow play worked for me twice. I'm finished
on the
with it.
turn.
He raised to 7,000 here.
Either an ace or a gut shot.
7?
Or at least 2 outs, sorry, or a jack. Or a pair. You could have deuce or something. I think 2 outs.
Who lost the last one, eh?
Ellie's making a joke, but that's exactly why he called here with Queen Nine offsuit, because he lost the last pot.
Yep.
He wants to get back in action. Pretty unlikely he can make a straight here because Doyle has 2 jacks. He's going to have to get lucky and flop a queen or 2 9s.
There's that queen.
Give the button there, Doyle?
He got lucky.
Check.
Doyle didn't like the queen.
Wow. Ace of diamonds on the turn.
Yeah.
Neither one of them likes the ace. Check, check.
10 of hearts on the river.
Ellie's going to make a little value bet here.
$6,600 bet.
66.
Ellie feels if Doyle has a queen, they're going to split the pot. Only way he could lose here if Doyle has an ace, or better. It doesn't look like Doyle has that. So it's a good bet on Ellie's part here. It looks like he's going to get paid off, too.
Queens?
It's good.
Little get back for Ellie.
Lose 86, get 14 back.
All right.
Yeah, I bet just the right amount for you to call.
Doyle sulking a little bit about paying Ellie off. Oh, there's that big
You don't have to
smile.
give the little needle after just losing 80,000.
All right, I won 86,000. I lost 14. I can smile.
Well, with 2 hands in, it's been all Ellie and Doyle. Mistake poker to come. Welcome back to the Golden Nugget and High Stakes Poker. Well, pretty exciting start tonight with Doyle having those big pairs.
I just want to know how they got you to go in that Shark Tank and hold up that high-stakes poker sign. Can I call you Captain Quinn?
Why don't you put on your 70s Speedos and jump in there with me? That would have been great.
I don't want to scare the sharks. They're very sensitive creatures. You follow?
Can we talk a little poker here? What can we expect to see tonight?
Well, Tom Dwan played almost every hand last episode, and I expect that to continue. And I'm anxious to see more action from Zygmunt. Lots of money on the table. We should see a big bluff somewhere along the line.
What's your best guess in the hand when Doyle had kings? Would he have called Ellie if he had made a big bet in the river? What do you think?
Well, I've watched and I've played many hands with both Doyle and Ellie, and my best guess is, I don't know. He might have called, or he finally might have been convinced that Ellie had a 5 and folded.
Thanks for your opinion. It's nice to have an expert on the show.
I'm here to serve. Poker is my life. You follow?
Yeah, I follow. Now follow me back to the action.
Rusty Nelson, don't y'all know that?
16. Zygmunt, 16.
And we're back in our high-stakes poker suite.
Oh, that's what Barry's like, well, I don't think he won. Yeah,
Let's get this game out of the mug.
what?
Here you go.
Stuck.
Here's your 100.
Live.
Ellie encouraged Zygmunt to put the 1,600 on it. This is a live straddle, not a sleeper. He's to the immediate left of Ellie. So it's 1,600 to go.
Give me nuts.
Find out if he did.
Give me nuts.
It's like they don't care. It's just a marketing thing.
Peter Eastgate's got a calling hand, Jack 10 of diamonds. Going to put the 1,600 in.
I don't know.
Kind of wacky. UV, 60 minutes worth of those. All these people.
Oh my goodness.
3 hands in a row. Tom Dwan is out.
Juan is gone.
King 5, no good. Come on, Dwan.
Yeah, Queen Deuce is good enough for Ellie to play. Now Larry Sigmund Sahami has just turned over his cards. He's got 9.
This is great. Put in the straddle and wake up with a hand like a pair of 9s. Nobody can be sure what you really have here, since everybody else limped.
And he's raised to 12,600. And Eastgate's called.
I'm just upset that nobody has cared enough to find out what
Eastgate's called because Jack 10 of diamonds has potential against any hand. Plus he thinks maybe Zygmunt's a little full of it here.
Jack 6 ace on the flop.
Zygmunt can't like that. It's 2 overcards to his 9s. He's only in the pot against one other player.
So he bets 20,000 here.
Good point.
It looks like Peter Eastgate
Played because he thought he was playing badly. So now he completely
Has a
he lost
4 on the
more money
turn.
than he lost because now he started like checking.
And Zygmunt said, well, maybe he does have an ace.
Couldn't win. He lost every day, so it affected.
Or maybe he
his
has a flush draw.
Yeah, I mean, look at the biggest example.
He checks.
Obviously.
he did.
He checks, and Peter Eastgate, remember, he's only got second pair. Zygmunt raised before the flop, bet on the flop.
Probably still been around at the time.
He's got second pair with a kind of weak kicker.
He started going crazy.
Yeah, and I'm not saying. I mean, he does have some problems in his game.
Welcome to my
He's
world.
really good. I'm sure he'll be.
But he's reading this hand perfectly.
He fires 39,000 into the pot.
That's a great bet and a great read on Zygmunt.
That's possible. I don't know.
But it doesn't look like Zygmunt's making a great read here on Eastgate. He's thinking Eastgate might be making a play here. Maybe he has a flush draw.
Calls.
Yeah, I would assume you got.
Oh, I bet you it's way more than that.
This is really not a good call for a player of Zygmunt's
I
standards.
got 1,100 back. That's the first time I ever got a quarterback. Being cheap.
Jack on the river.
Now, Zygmunt's not too worried about that jack. He feels Peter Eastgate's got a big ace or a flush draw.
Maybe.
And Peter Eastgate's doing a great acting job here. He's played this hand exceptionally well. Trying to convince Zygmunt that maybe he's going to bluff here. Because it really doesn't make sense for him to bet a lot of money once that jack paired.
Well, he bets $85,000 here.
And Zygmunt's saying something about this hand doesn't make sense. Why is he betting when that jack hit? Looks a little like Bill Brennan.
You're right, yeah.
It's a puzzlement. He can't have 3 jacks. He wouldn't be betting an ace here, etc., etc., etc. If he's got king 10 of clubs, I call, I'll be a hero. Plus, there's a lot of money in the pot.
If he calls, this will be the biggest pot we've seen so far.
Okay.
He does.
Go get the bad news.
Boy.
And Zygmunt doesn't act surprised. He's a total professional. Was expecting to see either a bluff or a full house, not that hand.
Boy, I lost $155,000 in about 4 minutes. How would you feel?
I just get a third mortgage on my house, that's all.
We spoke to Eastgate and Dwan, the youngest world champ and the hottest player on the circuit.
I started playing poker 4 years ago when I was introduced to the game by some of my friends in high school. I got kind of fascinated right away with the game. I like the bluffing elements about the game. Doing, you can still be a good player even though you don't have an A in algebra.
I got started in poker right before college, and I just needed a way to make some money, and I really enjoyed the game at the time. Pretty quickly, with learning a little bit, I realized I could make a decent amount of money in it, and I needed a source of income, so the two fit together, and here I am.
The Golden Nugget is classic throughout. From the Fremont Street experience with live music and entertainment to one of the best casinos in town with a game for everyone. And of course, a revamped poker room for your high-stakes poker cravings.
you have high stakes poker cravings, AJ?
Yes, I do. I have steak cravings.
Nines. Eli had.
Anytime you want to satisfy your high stakes poker cravings.
Can I call you?
Yeah, you call me.
There's no rush on that.
So we're down to Queen Jack.
You're one of the guys I'd be favored against.
Yeah, I think so. Eastgate has put the $1,600 straddle on.
Why not? He's doing all right in this game, isn't he?
You bet he's up $163,000 so far.
And Tom Dwan's going to get into action, raised to 5,600 with a 9-7 of diamonds. Ellie's got the sixes. He's in. Zygmun's going to try and get some of his money back.
Ace Queen suited for Daniel.
Both Dwan and Zygmunt have diamonds. But it looks like Daniel's going to put in a little raise here.
Raise.
Daniel's going to raise to 27,600.
I don't know what Peter Eastgate's thinking about. Maybe he's thinking about the last hand, how well he played it. Not thinking about calling with the 8 deuce.
How much did you bring today?
200,000, sir. If you bust me, I'm going to need to borrow 200, by the way.
Dwan loves these kind of hands.
Like even. Up to 10.
Also, the possibility of winning 200,000 from Daniel.
Not counting the extra 900 you have in that black.
He's going to put the 22,000 in.
Sweet.
Ellie's got the sixes. He's been losing. I don't see Ellie going out here. There's already 2 players in. Could win a lot of money if he flops a 6.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, nice, Adrian. Nice. 6 equals nice.
Let's play it like tournament. I'm all in.
All right.
Wow, he's going all in.
He's in for $99,700.
But yeah, he knows that Tom Dwan doesn't have a big pair. Daniel might, but Ellie's willing to take the chance. He wants to double up.
I predict he's not folding.
That's for sure.
Daniel knows that Ellie's an honorable guy, and he wouldn't make that playing like tournament speech if he had a big pair like jacks, queens, kings, or aces. He's putting Ellie on pretty much what he has, a middle pair. Question is, does he want to just call and invite Tom Dwan to call, or does he want to raise? I don't think Dwan will accept the invitation.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to do it, I'll do it. Once or twice, sir.
2 boards is good.
2 boards.
Okay.
They're going to run it twice.
Here we go.
You have aces? No. You have a pair, right? Pocket pair?
Like
You're
guys
ahead.
game.
Huh?
Guys game.
Ace, queen of hearts. Which pair is yours?
That's what I figure. 6s.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm in such good shape.
Yeah. All right, 2 boards.
You weren't in that good a shape, Dwan.
You're drawing live, king jack.
Such good shape. You have no idea.
No, you weren't.
I was a favorite.
Think so?
Favorite? What's he talking about? Yeah, 9-7 diamonds.
I don't know what he's talking about. He lives in a little cabin in Durland where he's the favorite on every hand.
I don't know what it was. My mind's not working. I'm too sad that I'm going to win both. I know it.
Flop comes Jack 3 Ace.
They're going to run it twice. Players going to have to win both to take the whole pot.
Yeah, you're right.
First pot looks good for Daniel.
Sure. 3 of clubs on the turn.
No, actually, I guess I could win on that one.
Ellie needs a 6 here.
There it is.
And there it is. Wow.
And now we
Wow.
That's pretty sick.
Daniel's bad luck continues on high stakes poker.
5 in this room has on me.
He's going to have to win this second race just to split the pot.
Just a weird vibe about me in this place.
Oh my God. Hey, that's right.
Yeah.
Sammy done all in with
Huh?
2 8s.
He filled the 6 cup.
Yeah, really good.
There's another 6 of spade in his deck.
Yeah.
There's the ace again.
Daniel pairs his ace again.
I'll really quit.
What, 8
I'm
and
serious.
9?
If a 6 comes, I'm actually going to quit.
8 and a 9. No, please don't quit.
I will.
Okay, don't
It'll
put
be too much
any
to
zero.
handle.
That's 9.
I believe Daniel. If a 6 comes, he'll quit. I'll quit too. 6 of spades come, I quit.
King on the turn.
That's about standard.
Well, he could win with a club here.
Yeah.
Not a club.
I
Now,
was getting it
5
ready.
of hearts won't get it done.
You're getting my 200.
I was going to quit, AJ.
Don't leave me now.
You'd have been on your own.
No.
I see the spade, guys, just in case you thought I was going to slip it. What do you mean?
Now let's hear Tom Dwan say he would have still won the hand. Both hands.
I'll quit.
Yeah, what about a club? A
You
club would have been
good
okay,
for the
right?
TV.
Yeah, one club. I really, on that turn, I didn't feel comfortable. I swear I felt the 6 coming.
2 big pots in a row. If I were you, I wouldn't go anywhere. You're watching the best in the business play high-stakes poker.
Looks like Mr. Elliot Lester's taking a little break here.
Maybe he's hitting the ATM, you know?
Oh, he did all right in that last hand. Both him and Daniel got a little money from Dwan,
That's right, yeah.
who had the best hand, by the way.
Yeah, forgot that, right. 4 deuce suited for Daniel. He's going to raise to 2,500.
Sets like a raise, plus 2,500. In this,
I guess Daniel feels a little lucky splitting that last pot, so he's going to get adventurous here.
but yeah, I mean, generally.
The truth is that if people sit out, sometimes some people will just pay more anything.
Dwan's just going to
It's
call
random.
with a pair of 8s.
Well, in this game, in a lot of games, it's not random. So that's why
Right,
He's just going to call and keep talking.
But if he knows that it's good that he calls Erica as soon as possible, so she doesn't need to come.
9-9 queen on the flop. 2 clubs.
And you know what 2 clubs mean, AJ?
No.
It is. We were
It means he's got a flush draw.
Oh, I knew that. I thought there was some secret thing about 2 clubs on the flop. It scared me.
No, I do remember. I remember. I had
Daniel
the-
raised before the flop with the 4 deuce of clubs. He's flopped the flush draw and decides not to bet. And Dwan's going to bet his 8s.
Hey, bets 4,200.
42. Yeah, of course. If I was checking, I have to call. I can't just give it to you.
And Daniel calls immediately, and that's got to concern Dwan. He's got to think, well, maybe Daniel has a real big hand here.
Look at mine,
There's a 9 on the turn. Gives Dwan a full house.
He's not comfortable with how Daniel's been playing this hand. Acting very casual, raised before the flop.
Absolute shock.
He's putting Daniel on at least a queen.
I know it's a shock that I did hit one. I know it is absolute shock.
Dwan checks.
Of course not.
King on the river.
It's
Check.
queen.
No. I'll play that. I had a flush draw. You got it. I had clubs. I was drawing completely dead. Oh, queen on the river. I could chop it. Or a 9.
Dwan got a little lost in that hand.
Yeah.
You can have some bad ideas.
Once the 9 came, I was completely finished.
It works on an ace. Might have worked on the king even.
Yeah, the king was a good card for me to bet, but I chickened out.
Might have.
I thought maybe you were in that.
Oh, he raised.
So. I thought maybe that hit you.
What?
Have you been exercising, Dave?
Not in the past 20 years.
I don't believe that. No, you have been lately, right?
Trying to be Doyle in a bet.
What tees at Shadow Creek is he playing?
Huh?
What tees you
Oh,
playing?
that's great. Let's have another golf discussion right now.
These don't matter with this boy. He can hit it.
With me?
Yeah.
Well, it matters when
Dwan's got a king queen suited. He's going to raise to 3,000.
whatever tee, because they have 2 back tees box, you know, and they use it one day or another.
And Ziegman says, I've been sitting here long enough.
Yeah.
Ace-3 offsuit. I want to get in action here.
Raised to 13,000 here.
That's a par 4
the other
for me.
one is 235 or 36. It's not like it's but it's still a little bit better. And the hardest, they have a par 4 for 507.
500 total?
But they say they only.
Dwan wants to know how much money Ziegman has.
Dwan calls.
Tiger Woods.
I think Ziegman was putting Dwan on one of his suited connector cards, decided to make the move here.
Sigmund does have the best hand.
Now,
Not anymore.
Oh, man.
Tom Dwan has flopped D-nuts.
tell me where we had a bet from.
And he checks.
They don't have to.
And Ziegman's got the aces.
I don't understand why.
Yeah, they don't. They always have those little wooden blocks.
That's what I said. And they said, so they said either completely in the back.
Ziegman decides to check too. Very interesting.
7 of clubs on the turn.
Well, there's 3 clubs out there now. It's going to complicate things a little bit.
I mean, we need to go.
Yeah. It's too cold.
Dwan checks.
How are we going to figure out a bet here or not?
Not yet.
And I expect Ziegman to make a little bet here.
Who do you think's better, you or Dan? That's
No, I would bet he's way better than me. First of all, I've been playing the same tees. Forget it.
Yes.
Wow, he checks again. Maybe he suspects something.
Spade on the river.
I don't think Tom Dwan can check anymore. He wants to make some money for flopping a straight.
I couldn't have a chance.
I'm still fighting alright, actually.
Bet now it could look like a bluff.
He checks again.
Surprise me, checks again.
Because he was ridiculous.
Well, by now, Zygmunt's got to be convinced that aces are probably the best hand.
Yeah, he bet 16,000.
He laid me 2 to 1 on these putt bets.
And Dwan says, thank God. I got him to bet.
2 to 1.
Dwan's not scared of the flush.
On making
He probably thinks if Zygmunt had a flush draw, would have bet on the flop. So he's just trying to think how much I can raise here to get paid off. And I'm going to try and look like I'm bluffing here.
Okay, made it. Not 20 feet, maybe it was like...
He's going to raise him another 44,300.
Yeah.
To watch on TV in Finland, but
Tiger Woods would be either
this guy checked 3 times. Could he have a flush? Could he have flopped a bigger hand than me?
I think he's winning money on the flat.
Could he possibly have 2 5s and got there in the river?
A lot of stuff going on.
But he did it.
Can I sleep tonight if I don't see Dwan's hand here?
Right. He's got to be better.
The hardest is the first
He
one.
checked 3 times.
Speed and then
Those guys are so good.
it's like free throws. If you shoot free throws basketball, like in a row.
I would want to tell you that on the first one, I don't know the exact odds.
And I thought I was
Zygmunt makes the call.
can't get there where they are.
And I would think that
Zygmunt trying to be a sheriff on high stakes poker, catch somebody stealing, but nobody's stealing. They all got the goods.
on the same spot. Ridiculous. If he's like giving money after that.
Dwan impressed me with that 3rd check.
Tom Dwan doing everything right. Come back for more high-stakes poker. Welcome back to High Stakes Poker. 2 mainstays at our table talk about how they got there.
Well, I started playing poker as a teenager, and it was really sort of born out of playing pool. I did all kinds of fun gambling, but pool was my game. And just playing at a pool hall, a bunch of guys got together and said, let's play poker. And it started just really innocently, me losing my $10. And then we started to do it more often. I started to realize, man, the same guys win every time. I wonder why that is.
I got started as a graduate student in college. Pay my tuition and my room and board because I had gone off scholarship after 4 years, and so I needed money.
Actually, Doyle didn't have much of a choice at the time. The Civil War had just ended. It was either take up poker or become one of Quantrell's Rangers.
Better chance they miss it somehow.
What was Don on scholarship for? I didn't know that.
Basketball.
Really?
He was a great basketball player.
Did not know that.
Got drafted by the Lakers.
Wow. Meanwhile, Dwan is raised to 3,000 with his King 9 offsuit.
And because it's Dwan, it looks like a lot of people are calling here. Daniel's just going to call with 7s.
No tits.
that is it.
Peter Eastgate stepping up to the plate.
Raises to 18,000.
Doyle and Barry are gone. Eastgate sensed a little weakness here and tries to take the pot right now. Tom Dwan wants to call.
So cute.
No, but Eastgate convinced him.
4 or nothing.
Those were the only options.
How much you winning, Peter?
I'm up 100.
100? I don't believe anymore.
Okay, maybe you're up 115 now.
Right, Daniel's not going anywhere with his 7s.
Okay.
That's up to the clock.
5-4-7 for Daniel.
A set for Daniel. Eastgate's got an inside straight draw and a backdoor flush draw. And he's going to fire a continuation bet. He's got position on Daniel.
He bets 20,000. Daniel raises to 55,000.
Well, Peter Eastgate's been very convincing. And he's convinced Daniel that he has the overpair. So Daniel thinks he might make a lot of money in this hand. Unfortunately for Daniel, Peter Eastgate's got nothing.
Too good.
What?
Too good.
I had a good hand.
I could have won that pot, apparently.
Yeah.
Juan could win every pot.
Peter folded so fast.
I know.
And if you raised so much on that board, then I could have won that pot.
What you called, you mean?
No. That's not what I
You mean
implied at
re-raise?
all.
That's what I was
I meant when my hand was here, if I stopped
yeah,
going
you
like
left
that,
it
and I just went, then I think I won the pot.
Well, think again.
The recently renovated Golden Nugget features a variety of plush new suites. Fine dining from classic steak and seafood to the best sushi and sashimi. And of course, high stakes poker.
I mean, I would pay to have Gabe Kaplan play with us again.
Me too. Let's call him right now. Put all a nice red money line.
Don't worry, he's not too good humor right now.
Hey.
It's football team.
Tom did it. That's for Gabe.
That's for Gabe. Okay, Gabe. And that's for AJ.
Oh,
3,000.
really?
AJ will give him more.
That's not good. This is you.
AJ's
This
the guy
was
who
Gabe.
gave him this shot.
I don't know him, but if Eli says it, alright. 10,000 him.
You won, AJ.
Why do they want you in the game?
I don't know. I'm smart.
You're smart, you're current,
They need to see at least
you're didactic.
20 flops, though.
Meanwhile, Dwan's raised to 3-7, Queen 10.
Hallelujah.
Top two for Tom Juan. Problem is, nobody else has anything.
Yeah.
He's thinking about the expense.
He's complaining that front man never showed up.
Dwan bet 7,300.
And he's not getting called.
Sorry. My bad.
They forgot about having us in the game already.
Yeah, that went away real quick, huh? Sorry.
Clubs have been the hot suit.
Unbelievable. Club has been amazing. Talking about now, right? Clubs all over.
I'm going down there. Hold me back.
I'll be right here. So far, Peter Eastgate's our big winner, and Sigmund has stuck the most.
And Juan is giving the most action.
Yep.
That has happened to me. That I couldn't leave a game one time. I mean, more than one time. Could not leave a game. I promise you, I had to hold it for like 20 hours.
Heads up, I guess?
No, it was not heads up, but I was always scared that if I leave.
Guarantee there's a
He didn't go to the bathroom for 20 hours.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's not cheap.
Poker's a game that requires a lot of dedication. Also requires a bladder transplant every few years.
Would have been real quick to do that.
Negreanu was raised at 2,500 with his Queen 10 off.
Is that me?
And action, Tom Juan is going to raise.
Raised to 9,200.
A raise from Tom Juan is like an invitation to a party, and Ellie says, "I'll it then, boys."
Changed my mind.
That's what I like to say. Got one fold, that's all that matters. Hard to get by Eli.
Juan's pretty dead here.
Queen 3-7 on the flop.
This is what happens when everything's going your way. The guy with the queen goes out. You hit the 7 when that's the card you need.
Looks simple.
Alright.
Well, I don't know why you check, though.
Deuce on the turn. Dwan bets 13,200.
Ellie insta-calls with ace high. He doesn't want to leave the party. And Juan is thinking about, what can I beat? Is it possible Ellie has a 7 with a worse kicker? Or maybe a pair of 5s, pair of 6s?
Write it down, David.
I might have. And I'll check.
You got the best hand. I got ace high.
I would have won. I should have played.
I don't think there's any other player at the table Ellie would have called in that situation with ace high.
And Tom Dwan keeps on rolling here on high stakes poker.
Guess that means I could have value bet. I wasn't even thinking of that option. Value bet option.
$1,000 bet.
Is this golf on his scores 105?
We're gonna have one for 10,000.
You'll have 6 arguments before then with him.
Yeah, like Barry and I, we're gonna argue for 10,000. I give it to him when he wants.
Aces for Barry under the gun.
The price don't have anything to do with it.
Without breaking stride, he raises to 2,500.
Give it to you when you want. You didn't say, okay, go ahead. Give it to me right
Juan's in. David's in.
now. We're gonna have 2 bets. One 10,000 for February.
Ellie's in.
Wow, here we go, huh?
Ziggy's in.
For the summer.
You should at least make it like 11,000 for the summer, so that you can be up 1,000.
It's the difference.
6.
Wait, family pot.
Right.
It is family pot.
Right.
He's not gonna want to.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Oh my God.
We have an 8-handed pot.
Bing bang. He's got the whole gang.
You guys want to chop?
Who opened this pot that got 7 callers?
Money player.
Barry can't be comfortable getting so many callers.
A 10 and 2 deuces on the flop.
Peter Eastgate's flopped 3 deuces.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good flop for Barry. He wants to see what's going on.
That's 10,000.
Juan's got 10s with the queen kicker. But he's also got 7 people behind him. And Barry tried a continuation bet.
You know, that was a Gale Sayers. That was a Gale Sayers.
Dwan's going to raise to 37,300.
I don't know what he's doing. He's got to know that Barry's really got a hand here. So I don't understand why Juan would raise that much money. But Peter Eastgate seems a little intimidated by the raise.
He's going to call.
He just calls. And now what's Barry going to do with his aces? Barry calls. It's turning out to be a very interesting hand.
Yeah. 7 on the turn.
Peter and Barry check. Of the 3 players, Juan has got the weakest hand.
Yeah. He bets $104,200.
He's got the weakest hand but the biggest heart. And Peter Eastgate says, well, what's going on here? I got $500,000 in front of me. Do I want to risk it? I question what Juan did on the flop, but right now I think he knows exactly where he's at.
Wow.
Peter Eastgate releases. He thinks, well, Juan could very easily have ace deuce. And I'm not risking all this money. And Juan realized that Peter Eastgate probably had a weak deuce. Now it's up to Barry. Barry realizes that Tom Juan's got quite an imagination, but does he have this much imagination? It's going to cost Barry his whole stack also, because he's not going to just call here, he's going all in. he throws it away.
So,
Good.
Very fold the best hand.
Well, duh.
he had the best hand.
I was gonna move in against it.
Peter
He
had the
didn't
best
call.
hand.
I figured you could bet into that.
Yeah,
Peter had the best hand. I'll make a side bet that Peter had the best
Well,
hand.
certainly wasn't you.
I bet he did.
Let me look at Peter's eyes. Yeah, he did
I
everything.
thought Barry had lead.
Yeah, I'm taking
Small,
Barry.
small, but
Yeah, okay, bet you
2,000, 1,000?
2,000, yeah.
Oh, now I feel like I have a bad side because your ace threw up 2,000, but we're on.
Okay. Juan got himself caught in the cross-exceptional move. The only other player I know that would have made a move like that, maybe the late Stu Unger.
Time now for this week's high pressure moment brought to you by SpadeClub.com.
Tonight's high-pressure moment is Tom Juan getting himself in a jam on the flop, but applying some high pressure with a $104,000 bet on the turn to steamroll Barry Greenstein and Peter Eastgate.
At SpadeClub.com, there are big cash prizes and no buy-ins. See site for details. Next time on High Stakes Poker, witness a poker meltdown in a matter of just a couple of hands. Who ran into quad again?
Man, I didn't like that card.
Ellie and Doyle renew their rivalry.
Baby, that's why I'm here.
I'm running so bad, though. I'm running bad.
Will one of them need to rebuy? And even the world champ can make a mistake every once in a while.
25 grand.
Really?
That's very painful.
You laying down, Trip? You're a big player now.
All that and more